Guaranteed, because two exciting teams are locking horns with each other. Mohammad Sajid, Afridi and Ali Ahad are the two field umpires for this afternoon games. Remember, two games will be played today. This is day number 3. Hyderabad Bahadurs, they won their first game, scored 190 batting first. They'll be high on confidence. They've got some quality batters in their side. Salman Ali Agha scored a good inning in the first match, so I'm really looking forward to see him play today.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see a few guys playing because there are some big names, some quality names, and I've seen some really talented youngsters. Very impressed with the fast bowling, honestly. I mean, they got proper bowling actions, they run in, they bend their back, they get a lot of pace, and also the skill level looks quite good. What I'm looking out for, other than Yasir Shah, of course, we've seen a few wrist spinners, but I'm really looking for that left arm wrist spinner. They may call it the Chinaman in the past, but now it's the left arm wrist spinner. I think that's what T20 cricket needs, because T20 cricket is about wrist spinners who have come out and expressed themselves, won games. If you look at the world of T20, I mean, there are so many. That's a look at the side. I'll let you talk through this.
Absolutely. We saw Hyderabad Bahadurs in the first game, but we're looking forward to see Benazirabad Lals play for the first time. Mohammad Shahzad, Rehan Afridi, the wicket-keeper batter. Sohaib Maqsood is somebody who's really we need to see. He's a tremendous player. Hussain Talat also on the side. Ali Razak is the son of Abdul Razak, all-rounder. Then we've got Mohammad Nisam. Shayan Sheikh, also a very exciting right-arm off-spinner. Noman Ali, we know what he's capable of, left-arm spin. Sohail Khan, also the veteran in the side. Saad Asif and the all-rounder Amir Yamin. So a very good side. Benazirabad Lals, we see them for the first time. We saw Hyderabad Bahadurs. You're talking about the pace. Asif Ali Chandiu, I think he impressed us. The left-arm seamer from Sindh is the local player. So really looking forward to see him bowl today.
So most teams, they opt to bowl first. Hyderabad Bahadurs are no different. They decided to bowl first against Benazirabad Lals. And any particular reason you see? I mean, it's pretty even Stevens, the first game. Right, Rehan Afridi on strike. Let's talk about it. We should have the first ball coming up very quickly. Mohammad Shahzad, his partner. Shahzad is his partner now. He's got a slip in. Interesting field because he's got a short third. There is no third out on the boundary, but he's got 2 men on the leg side boundary. I'm interested to see what the line and what Asif Ali would do. I was impressed with the way he bowled in that first game.
Absolutely, he was the most impressive in that first game. And the reason is probably Rehan Afridi plays towards that onside most of his cricket. So that may be the reason he's got third up and square leg and fine leg at deep.
Let's see. Here is the first ball. Goes wide and goes for 4. Well, he's got 2 men on the leg side boundary, but he went for that wide Yorker. And I'll tell you what, Rehan was quickly onto it. I don't think he got it off the middle of the bat, but still good enough to get a boundary.
Yeah, that's the intent Rehan Afridi has. First delivery, just went after and saw the width. It was there to be hit. It was in the air for a little while, but the clarity in his mind that he wanted to go over the fielders, and he succeeded. If he gets going, we'll see lots of big shots.
The name Afridi. I mean, they're dangerous players, aren't they? With the bat in hand. I mean, we know of one of them, Shahid Afridi. I mean, what hasn't he done with the bat in hand? Ball number 2. Again, a bit of bounce. That's 4. That's what I was talking about. Why have that man in the circle? He's going left arm over. He's getting it across. He's looking to bowl pace. So anything in the gap, that is the result.
Absolutely. I seriously don't get these tactics. Third inside the circle, even the edges will go to the boundary. And the first over with the new ball having third inside the circle is always asking for trouble. Still no changes made, same positions. But if you're having that field set on towards onside, your line has to be very particular. Middle end on. Now we see the change in the field. Slip coming out. He's gone to extra cover. But still, fine leg and square leg up in the boundary line.
It confuses me, Ali. This field honestly confuses me. What is he trying to get? What's the line? Right, he goes through mid-wicket. He's looking to charge. He doesn't have protection there, so he's going to get runs. Now, this field doesn't tell me anything, because if he's looking to go across the right-hander, you need to have a man on the boundary and have that slip in. That's fine. If he's good through mid-wicket, then bowl wide to the off-stump. Get him to play through mid-wicket. But with this field, he's got to bowl straight.
Absolutely, 100%. This is not a good start by Asif Ali Chande. We've been talking about his skill, but bowling against Rehan Afridi, he's got that shots, lots of shots in his armory.
Already got 12 of the first 3. That's better, but that's the line you have to bowl. That's a very tight line because you just can't be, there is no margin for error.
Absolutely, and he has to be consistent with this line and length because, as you said, no room for error. Now we see change, square leg coming in and deep mid-wicket going. Still again, I think he's playing to the strengths of Rehan Afridi. You just don't want him to play towards that side, but you're giving away too many easy runs towards offside. That's the trouble.
Unless he's looking to bring it back rather than take it away. See, that's 4. This is 4. You can't bowl like this. He's gone for 16. He's denting his reputation. We just spoke how good he was in that previous game. And I think, I really don't know. I mean, there is so much of artificial intelligence that's available to the players, unless they've found something here, in the case of Rehan Afridi. But as I could see, Ali, I think they've got it terribly wrong.
Absolutely. Captain needs to speak to the bowler and bowler needs to speak to the captain to give him the feel that he's comfortable with. With this field setting, it's not working at the moment.
Last ball of the over. This time he finds the fielder. Either way, that would have been 4 as well. Massive over, 16 without loss. "16 without loss." Very productive first over. That's for Benazirabad Lals. They've been put into bat. And what a start Afridi had. Rehan Afridi, 16 of the first 6 balls he faced. This is going to be Asif Afridi. You've got quite a few Afridis emerging. Is it after what Shahid Afridi did? I mean, has he been the one that has triggered all this? Starts off with a good delivery. Again, you could see the intention, Ali. He's going wide of the crease. He's looking to bring it back.
Yeah, that's what he normally does. Be careful with his armour because he brings in sharply. He's got that pace also. Very experienced. That's good cricket. Good cricket. Realizing that the fielder was coming from the circle. And he played it right between 2 and got that single. Shehzad also a very talented batter. He's also that hard-hitting batter. But they've got to be careful against Asif Afridi. They've got the runs, they've got the start. You just have to be sensible for the next couple of overs.
Tell me about the emergence of the Afridis. Quite a few of them. There is one already playing and captaining the white ball side, Shaheen Shah. Oh, gone. That's the mistake he made. We were talking about the one that he brings in. And where was he going? He was going against the movement.
Yeah, one shot too many. They got those 16 runs the previous over. As I said, they can afford to be sensible, but not to be. Just went after him. Just did not read it probably. Played for the spin and lost his wicket. That's a big wicket in the context of the game. Rehan Afridi, the dasher, going back on 16. It's 17 for 1.
"17 for 1. That's an early wicket after that first over going for 16 runs. It's a good comeback by Hyderabad Bahadurs.
Come on, guys!
Well, they were taken apart in that first over. 16 runs. And now suddenly with that wicket, they're trying to draw level.
You're talking about Afridis. They've got the habit of taking wicket their first over. Asif Afridi also doing it. What Shaheen Afridi does for Pakistan, gets the wicket in the very first delivery. We'll talk about the Afridi tribe that you were talking about.
I'm looking for I'm looking for an Afridi who could bat like Shahi, get 100 of 50 balls or 40 balls, and bowl some quick leg breaks. Right here is Maqsood. That's a good-looking shot, playing it with a straight bat. That's perfect. He's covering the movement into the right hand and then looking to play straight rather than with an angle bat.
Yeah, he's technically sound. Shoaib Maqsood have represented Pakistan, played 2015 World Cup in Australia. He's a critical member, good hard-hitting batter.
See, one thing that the white ball format has done to left-arm spinners is taken away the genuine spinner out of the game. It's always arm balls, finding the pads, bringing it back in.
Absolutely, the game has changed quite drastically since the time you started commentating. But that's what the need of the hour is, because the batting style has changed. Batters look for all those different shots. 2 overs gone, it's 17 for 1.
Right, 17 for 1. 2 overs done. Benazirabad Lals have been put into bat by the Hyderabad Bahadurs. And as we spoke about it, every captain, that's the way to go. Now, more spin here. Right, let's see what he bowls. Now, we did see Afridi. This is Mehran Mumtaz. We did see Afridi also in the first over, bringing the ball back, bowling those arm balls. Mehran Mumtaz, is he that orthodox left-arm spinner or the one that we're talking about?
Well, you'll hardly find that orthodox spinner that you're talking about, the one who would get the ball air. Mehran Mumtaz is also the same sort of bowler. He's got that sharp in-dipper too. But he's more of a longer format bowler. We've seen him bowl in domestic cricket this season. He's improved. He's a very smart operator. And this is a good captaincy by Anwar Ali, because he realizes if he gets Shoaib Maqsood out here early on, they don't have many batters to come. Only Amir Yamin that I can see, Ali Razak also, an all-round cricketer, Hussain Talat. So there is problems with batting.
That's a poor delivery. 1 bounce for 4, drifting onto the pads. There is no protection. And that is Shoaib for you. Just waiting for it and clipping it in there and in the gap.
That's quality hit. Again, pace onto the leg side. That's asking for trouble. There was no one there protecting that shot. These are easy pickings for somebody like Shoaib Maqsood. As you said, just waited enough and placed it beautifully.
And he tends to push that ball through quickly. That was fired in. But looking at Mehran, his action, if you look at his action, that is a more orthodox looking action. And he has, I'm sure, the capability to spin a leg break. Oh! That is running away to the boundary. Don't give him width. This man is a powerful player, Shoaib Maqsood. Another boundary.
Yeah, intent quite clear, that he will go after anything that is in his zone. It was pitched up, lots of wrist coming into play, played it over cover area. Great batting. This is what they need, Benazirabad Lals.
And the follow-up delivery has always been fired. That seems to be the way, it just fires it in.
Yeah, you were talking about that. He has that skill, but the question is, does he have that courage to do it? Does he have courage to give the ball air and invite the batter to go? Because batters will come after you. So you need to be brave as a spinner, especially bowling in the power play.
That time lucky, very lucky indeed. Not where he intended it to go, but in this format, who cares? As long as you have runs, 31 for 1. Another look, following the batter. and off an inside edge. It was fired in, so that didn't help. You just get an edge, it will rush and run away to the boundary. Mr. Cricket of Pakistan, Misbah ul Haq. Mike Hussey was called Mr. Cricket. Why wasn't Misbah not called? Because that was him, isn't it? I've read stories about him where it's all about cricket and nothing else.
Absolutely, all the time, 24/7. It's only cricket for Misbah ul Haq.
Oh, that is a great shot. Inside out. And also, he's bringing the ball back into the right hand and he's hitting it against that movement. What a shot, effortless stroke.
Absolutely, super shot. Just gave himself room, realizing the ball is going to come into him. The intent pretty clear that he wants to clear that field and play it over. And he played it all the way. Have a look at that bat swing also. Great connection. Fantastic batting.
This is sensible cricket. It's not only about hitting sixers and fours. You need to be opening up areas as a batter, not just on one side, but just keep working it around. Just give the bowler something to think.
Yeah, you need to have skill for that. As we saw, Rehan Afridi just lost his wicket after scoring those 4 boundaries. Sohaib is a different player.
Oh, that's a good shot. That is a good shot. He had to drag it from outside the off stump. He picked the pace. It was bowled slower. That's what I loved him to play that shot, but he played it well.
And played it in the gap. Beautiful batting. We were talking about Shehzad's talent. Have a look at that. Played it right in front of him. Try to spin it. You were talking about, can he be brave? This is what happens if they do. They will pick you up because too many shots batters play.
Runs behind point. This is turning out to be an exhibition, if that's the right word. They've got to 46 in no time. This is over number 4. And they're still in the power play.
Fabulous. Previous delivery was swept towards onside. He brought the fielder there. And then the next one, shot outside the off stump. He cuts it and places it right between the 2 fielders. Wonderful.
Again, this time they'll find the fielder. But another big over. 15 runs off it. 4 overs done. 46 for 1.
So it's 46. It's a great start. And sides batting first. This is something that sides have been reluctant to do after winning the toss. But this definitely is one of the best starts. And once again, Sohaib Maqsood, he is going great guns. Another boundary to him. 50 up for Team Hyderabad. And they are looking 50 up for the team Benazirabad, sorry. And they reached their 50 in just 4.1 overs. This one was on the pads, there for the taking, and Sohaib Maqsood, he needed no second invitation. Great stroke.
Good afternoon to all our viewers here for the Sindh Premier League Season 1, Match 4. Again, nice looking. Oh, that's been taken. For a moment, I thought he's beaten that fielder. Backward point was, well, very quick on that. And the wicket falls in the 5th over. And they've lost Sohaib Maqsood, looking really dangerous for the side.
Yes, this one was full, and he wanted to go over extra, which he has done to the spinners, but this time a leading edge and straight to point, and Hassan Nawaz there takes a good catch. So Sohaib Maqsood goes after a quick 20 of 12 balls.
That's the story up till now. Rehan and Sohaib back in the dugout. Shehzad and Hussain are now out. Facing the music, Hussain is the new batter in. Again, looking at quite a few new names out there in terms of the inclusion of the emerging players in every 11. Benazirabad Lals, their first outing, first game for them. Hyderabad already has one win against Karachi. They're playing their second match.
So it's Hussain Talat now in the middle, and he will be required to bat for some period at least. Leaves alone the first delivery, and after him, after this pair, there are youngsters to follow. Ali Razak is next, son of Abdul Razak. He's a talented boy, all-rounders, bold medium pace, and also can hit the big ball. But definitely this platform is a huge opportunity for many youngsters like himself. And the wicket again. Sometimes you feel that you need tall fielders, especially in this region where the ball flies. And one of the benefits there, we saw that Hassan Nawaz took it, whereas for somebody who is shorter than him, could have been difficult to take.
We saw the dismissal of Sohaib Maqsood. You just get a feeling that he's trying to scoop that, squeeze that shot out. It doesn't really complete the full follow through. It just stops halfway in front of his face. The bat flow I'm talking about. And yes, his intention was to play it over that fielder at point or backward point. It was a good catch. The timing of the jump was very good. On the legs on that occasion, it would be a leg by. So Hussain Talat will have to wait a little to get off the mark. Oh no, it's not a leg by. It's been given as runs for the batter. They've got a good start. Now what they need to do is cash out on this platform that's been provided by the top order.
Yes, a ball to go to the end of 5th over, and they're already 51, but they've just lost the man in form, Sohaib Maqsood. So very important now for these two batters to carry on for a period where they score runs and also built up a partnership. Shehzad now to take the strike. He's had a good start.
Five overs bowled. It's 51 for 2. Welcome back once again to the National Bank Stadium, Karachi, where the Sindh Premier League and Day 3 in progress. Match 4. It's Benazirabad Lals versus Hyderabad Bahadurs. The captain of Hyderabad, Bahadur, Anwar Ali Khan, will now be operating from the pavilion end. Got a slip in place. I haven't seen a slip as yet. For me, it's the first time I'm seeing slip in the tournament. Yeah, just squares him up a little.
Yet a slip is a good sign. And also, the intention of the captain has been revealed. He knows that there's not much experience available after these two batters. So he wants to pick up a wicket. And as a result, he has a slip over there. Doesn't matter, the team has been off to a good start. They've already got to 50. But another wicket here in the power play can dent their future course.
Good run that. It was a good call from the non-striker. Just talking about how it is so important to understand what the conditions. I was talking to Asad Shafiq, the captain of Larkana, in the post-match presentation. I was just asking him after they had a 10-wicket win, chasing a score. I said, how is it possible that the pitch or the conditions have changed so drastically? Had a very simple answer, saying that I and quite a few members of my team have played a lot of cricket here in Karachi, and if you've played here, you know it, that come evenings under lights, it just gets so easy to bat. It was holding up in the surface first time around, but then was coming nicely onto the bat. If that's the case, then the toss has a very important role, I suppose, in the second game rather than the first one.
Well, the teams also have to be even in terms of resources to declare toss such a big thing in context of the game, because not many teams are really, having the same resources. And this one is a poor stroke this time from Shahzad. He makes a poor choice and pays the price for it. He's caught at mid-off. And Benazirabad lose wicket number 3, and that is what Anwar Ali was looking for.
Yeah, exactly right. That's a loose shot because he was in no position to play that over mid-off. The ball was still in the process of climbing onto him. You see the replay, you get to know that he's cramped up for space. He's trying to play straight, but look at that bounce. Didn't get anything on it.
Sikandar, if you place shots like these and then blame batting first, this is also something to be seen, that the players, how many times has the pitch or the conditions forced them to do something which they normally wouldn't do? And this is 14 runs he got, Shahzad, of 9 balls, but he's gone 52 for 3, Benazirabad.
52 for 3. Salman, we're just talking about how good a start they've had. 50 already in, 5 overs, but then you're losing the initiative. You're just trying to force the agenda a little too much after losing Sohaib Maqsood. When you already have 50 on the board, you've got to be smart enough. That's a boundary. Oh, it's not a boundary. The fielder cuts it off. He's still in the power play. But now losing 3 and still having 52 does not work in your favor.
Of course, and knowing that there are not many experienced players to follow, and then to be on 14 of 7 balls and play a shot at such a period, such a time in the game, that is not good game awareness. And there is Abdur Razak on your screens, and he'll be watching anxiously because his son is on the pitch, and he'll be praying that he makes this opportunity count.
A lot relies on him, the man on your screen. Hussain Talat, he'll have to really take charge here, get them to a decent score.
Yes, and he has to repeat what Umar Amin did, what Asad Shafiq did, and we saw Agha Salman as well. All those senior guys who batted through the innings got their teams to decent totals. And this is the kind of effort that Benazirabad would require. And now Hussain Talat is the man.
Shot a ball, again an opportunity and gone. Exactly what we were talking about. A little more brains, but this is brain fade. You're 3 down and then you fall into the trap. He's got a man placed at deep square and you play the ball right down his throat.
got to appreciate the effort of the Hyderabad team. I think they made good choices. They knew what they were doing. They had the trap set for Hussain Talat, who fell into it, playing the short ball, not controlling it, and the fielder diving to his left, taking a great catch. And Kashif was the man who took it, and Anwar Ali, the captain, is happy because his plans have worked. He's got 2 wickets. Hussain Talat goes for 2, and it's 53 for 4, Benazirabad.
Official signal from the umpire for the end of the power play. Oh, is there an edge? Is there an edge? Umpire still, and now he gives it out. 5 down for 53, my word, would you believe it? 17 for 1, 50 for 2, 52 for 3, 53 for 4, and 53 for 5.
Well, this poor choice of shots is proving fatal for the team Benazirabad. Just look at this. Ball was bowled wide. He went for the drive on the up and only succeeded in edging the ball to the keeper. Well bowled to the bowler, and I think team Hyderabad have now a strong hold of this game. Ali Razak gone for 1 only.
Half the side back in the dugout. 5 down for 53. Jahadad right on top. Oh, that's a good sharp bouncer. Had no way to get out of the way of that ball. Just rose from that, almost that back of length.
I must say that Hyderabad team, they've got their plans in place and they've done good man-to-man marking. They know who are the guys who are not very easy against the short ball, and Amir Yamin is certainly one of them, and one has already fallen to the short ball, which is Hussain Talat. So well done to their team and to maybe their analyst and the coaches. I think they've worked out their plans pretty well, put the right fielders there, and the bowlers have been bowling the right areas. And this one again, this time it was Fuller, and will be 2 because the ball just ricocheted off the fielder at point and enabling the batters to take an easy couple. 55 for 5.
That's the misfield there. Just kicking it away off his own boot. Oh. Soft hands.
See, that's the effect of this first ball bouncer. Now he's not coming on the front foot in the last 2 deliveries. And this is good bowling from the youngster. And I think the plan has been well executed. The slip is there, and clearly Hyderabad are looking to pick up the wickets. And they mean business. And on the other hand, Benazirabad, with the kind of stroke play that we have seen from them, they only have themselves to blame.
It's amazing what pressure can do. We see time and again around the world when you see the game of cricket and you lose 5 wickets or a situation like this, even a man in form with the bat is cautious and is thinking twice, what should I do, and just completely forgets, stops backing himself because of the pressure of the 5 wickets down. And then that's what we refer as brand of cricket. There are certain teams who will just keep coming at you and keep attacking you even if they're 4 or 5 down because that's what they believe in. And some of them can go into a shell. Yeah, just off color, isn't it? He'll keep strike. We'll come back to this discussion. It's 56 for 5. That's the story. Just after Sohaib's dismissal, it's just been a downfall. There's a nosedive there. 56 for 5. Chance taken again. Oh, direct hit. What are we looking at? What does Amir Yamin feel? He doesn't look very confident.
The panic has been set among the pigeons, and this was a run which was obviously not necessary. He could have made a better call, maybe judged better. They are 5 down, and then you make such a decision and you're on the back foot. You're already delayed. Great fielding that. Great pickup and curtains for Amir Yamin. He has to go. And this will be wicket number 6. And further trouble for Benazirabad.
That's absolute suicide, isn't it? And exactly what I was saying, what pressure can do. The indecisiveness. The run's not there. He's played it too well. Like you said, he's on the back foot. You still go ahead with that single because you want to get off strike. And eventually you take that long walk with 6 down on 56. Amir Yamin has to join his partners who've already been dismissed for 2. 56 for 6. 56 for 6. It's just been a treat to watch. If you are supporting Hyderabad, then you're surely having a great afternoon wherever you're watching this. Still a slip in position. Love the way Anwar has handled the bowlers and how he's bowled. Yeah, where do you go from here? It's just the start of the 8th over.
Well, for now, I think they must look to bat out the full 20 overs and see what they can get in that and maybe put up a fight. But they've really messed it up all by themselves. And you do not expect a thing like this from an experienced campaigner like Amir Yamin. All the balls that he played, he did not look at home. And now this decision of running, it was a poor call. Himself, he was running to the danger end. And being on the back foot, you're already a bit late. Full marks to Hyderabad, though. Their fielders and captain, bowlers, they've all been spot on.
Yeah, they were 17 for 1. And then from 50 to 56, they've lost 5 wickets.
Coming back to the point, Sikandar, you just mentioned that teams these days, they just keep going at the opposition, keeping that aggressive mentality going. But also you have to think along the lines whether what you are doing is necessary or are you doing what you have to do. At times you really feel that there are wickets lost when they shouldn't be just because of the poor decision making or being less game aware.
I think the key word would be calculated risks. If you really want to take the fight back to the opposition, and if you say it's a belter over wicket, then it has to be about calculated risks as a batter. Where do you extract those runs? Which bowler you want to attack? Because yes, you want to survive, play all the 20 overs, and you're also looking at that scoreboard. What can I put up there that we can give a fight when we come out to bowl? But then the thing is how they've lost 50 for 1 and 56 for 6. There must be a panic in the dugout. You're looking for your pads and gloves and everything. And when Amir Yamin, as an example, comes out, hardly has a chat with his partner, what they want to do, let's not take risks, let's calm down, and he ends up with a run out.
Yeah, and he himself portrays a lot of panic, the way he batted for those balls and the way he ran. And I'm sure Abdul Razak, the head coach, will be a worried man, because his team from 46 for 1 in 4 overs is now 57 for 6 in 2 overs.
Pulls that one, should be out, and it is. Why are they playing every single shot to the player's place? It's like they're just finding Bahadurs out in the deep. Another shot attempted off a shorter delivery, and the same result. Anwar Ali gets 3. Believe it or not, it's 7 down for 57. Well, Anwar is a happy man, and why wouldn't he be? All the plans are being executed, and Sohail Khan walks back without scoring. 57 for 7. That's a worried dugout, isn't it? This is their first outing for Benazirabad Lals. Abdul Razak, the head coach, is just probably thinking, what is going on? Because like you said, Salman, that it's not about some excellent bowling. Yes, plans, superb, but some very ordinary shot selection. And they just seem to be falling into the trap every time something's attempted.
I'd say very ordinary game awareness, very ordinary thinking as you approach the game, because there's nothing in the pitch that suggests from 46 for 1 of 4 overs to go to 57 for 7 inside the next 3 overs. It has to be poor stroke making, and we've seen that. It's one thing the bowler bowling in the right areas, having the right field, and it's another thing the batters obliging by giving catches to the same fielders. And I think now will be very difficult for them to even bat out these 20 overs.
Explain this to me as a captain, as a former captain. Jahadad, 2 overs, 7 runs, 2 wickets. Opposition is 7 down. Why would you remove him from the attack? Why wouldn't you just finish the game off?
Well, so far the approach has been to take wickets, and I wonder what compelled him not to do that, because definitely he bowled well, he took wickets, and now maybe this modern matchup thing, the left-hander is there, so they wanted Salman Agha to bowl to him. So this thinking, thinking in patterns, that if it's a left-hander, it has to be an off-spinner. If it's a right-hander, it has to be a left-armer. I think this is something which has really taken over so many other things in the game.
It also takes away a certain level of confidence from that bowler. He's bowled 2 overs, 2 for 7. He's rearing to go, and you take him off the attack and bring a part-time off-spinner. Noman, the captain, is on strike.
And unless the captain decided to, look after the workload of the fast bowler. This is a thing that is in fashion these days. 9 overs gone, 59 for 7.
Yeah, last time I was on commentary, it was 46 for 1 in 4 overs. And in 9 overs, they're 59 for 7. What they have done to themselves, Benazirabad Lal, they've just given away some easy wickets, some cheap wickets. That's not how you play at this level. As I welcome along Nick Compton with me, a very good afternoon to you.
A wonderful afternoon, lovely temperate conditions again for the teams, but we've just seen some really daft shots, haven't we? Not many brains, just giving their wickets away when you seemed that they were in good position. There again, a nice easy catch. Losing their shape. We've seen a lot of batsmen lose their shape. Picking out the men in the deep, not thinking smartly. Anwar Ali must be loving it as captain and as a quick. And this was terrible. Good bit of fielding though. Very sharp work. So another easy catch down there as well. So we've seen a lot of wickets, 7 of them, and it almost is an excuse, isn't it, to go out there, oh, we're playing positive, but actually you've got to get your head down, knuckle down. Even now there's 11 overs left, 59 for 7, such a long way to go in this game.
And talking about losing wickets, these are not inexperienced batters who lost their wickets. There are some quality batters. Shoaib Maqsood has played for Pakistan. Hussain Talat also in that list. Have a look at that. Yes, I agree. Ali Razak is a youngster. But Amir Yamin, he has represented Pakistan also. So that's actually very poor of them to be playing those shots and kept on losing wickets when they needed to stay. They got the start. 16 runs in the first over, remember. They got 4 boundaries. And now they're struggling to even play out these 20 overs.
Yeah, they had such a good start, didn't they? And maybe that gave them a false sense of confidence. You know, you suddenly think, wow, we're on a belting track here. Oh, we're thinking about 180, 190. And then you lose a wicket, and all the talk in the dugout is, oh, it's a great wicket. And there we go. We'll have a look there as Asif Ali at the top there, he's the guy who went for 16. But there's been a stem of wickets there, 2, 3, and suddenly all the confidence in the changing room and in the dugout suddenly goes to nothing. And you think, why didn't I just take a little bit longer to get myself in and show a bit of responsibility? It's a fine line in this game, as we know. You've got 20 overs and you need to be positive, but you also need to take the responsibility.
Yeah, you make a good point. Probably they realized after scoring those 16 runs in the first over, the pitch is quite easy. It's coming nicely onto the bat, so they played their shots. But they played right in the hands of the fielders. They just could not find that placement going. That's the trouble. But still, it's their first game. They should learn. They've got the experience. Now it's all about survival.
Yep. There's not much you can do now. It's take the runs that you can. Try and last the 20 overs. That'll be the talk in the dugout. Can we get to 20 overs, 3 wickets in hand? Misam and Nauman, they'll be conversing and saying, look, let's just see what we can get. Keep ticking it over. Let's stay hungry for runs. Yes, the bad ball will come, and maybe by the time the 13th, 14th over comes, they've been in for a while. So the boundaries will come. But backs are against the wall. Anwar Ali's made a fantastic start to the competition, hasn't he? His team got 190 in the first game and won quite comfortably.
Yeah, he's done a real good job as a captain too. Anwar Ali has taken wickets alongside it, but as a captain, I think he was wonderful today. Chandio gave away 16 runs, and quickly he realized that it's not going to work. The pace is not going to work early on, so he brought in the 2 left-arm spinners, broke the partnership, and kept on taking wickets. And then brought himself in with those cutters and slower ones. bowled at the batters and made them play those shots. Again, into the pitch, slower one. Played it towards third. This is better cricket. Now they probably realized it, how they should be doing it. Halfway through, it's 63 for 7.
Rehan, 16 off that first over. Shahzad, Sohaib, they all made starts, didn't they? And then Hussain Talat, Ali Razak is Abdul Razak's son, so perhaps we let him off. He's only a young player, but lots of emerging players, and they'll want to step up too. It's a good chance to be seen on this stage. Salman continuing. It's a nice looking shot straight. Has he got enough of it? Nope. Again, the running is a little bit lackluster. Only come back for the single. So predicted score of 127. Well, they're going to have to do a bit of work to get there at this stage. As for Hyderabad, well, they'll want to keep taking wickets. They've got to stay hungry. Two men short on the offside. They've got a lot of protection. Okay, nicely fielded. They've been really sharp, have Hyderabad. They've taken their catches. They've been on the ball, stopping those singles. So as a batsman now, you just got to keep your wits about you. Keep busy. There you go. Just keep knocking those singles. Make sure you're rotating the strike, and the bad ball will come. You don't need to search for it, particularly on these good surfaces. I think sometimes you get ahead of yourself as a batsman, don't you? You sort of think the surface is good. Just play normally. The good surface, the talent that you have, naturally you will score the boundaries.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to them. Shoaib Maqsood, we know his talent, his skill. But one too many. From being overconfident to losing all the confidence inside in just 4 overs. Benazirabad Lals. Now they're struggling to get to that even 129. They'll have to bat really well to get to that 129 runs. They'll just have 9 overs to go after this delivery. Yeah, that's better. Just keep on rotating the strike. That's what Nick said. 4 singles coming off Salman Agha's over. 11 overs gone. 67 for 7.
Yeah, beautiful ground. It really is stunning. My first time here. Nice to be in Karachi. Be nice to see a bit more of it too. Lots of cricket on, so I'm not sure we're going to get a lot of time to spend some time with you, Ali. Go out for a coffee and get to, you know, experience some of the culture. But I'm sure there will be another time. At the moment, we've got some good cricket to indulge in, haven't we?
Yeah, we're going to take you out tomorrow morning, Nick, to the Burns Road, the famous Burns Road of Karachi. These are some pictures. You love going there. The traditional, the city of lights. Very moving city, Karachi. The business capital of Pakistan. Everyone is working all the time. Busy city, this one. And I'm sure you're going to love it when you go around at Burns Road tomorrow morning, if you're able to wake up that early.
Well, at this rate, this game might finish quite early, so we might find the time. That's a wide. It's going to have to be bowled again. What time is early, Ali?
It depends what time we sleep. Probably 9 in the morning will be fine. If you have to go to the Burns Road for that breakfast, you're going to love that. Street food, amazing taste. Different sort of food there. So yes, definitely, I'm really looking forward for you to go there.
Let's do it. I'm in. 68 for 7. We might be finished early, you never know. Get a good night's sleep. question is, are you going to be up at that time?
Oh, that's in the gap. Beautifully picked. Beautifully picked. They need more of that. This one coming off the bat of Noman Ali, the captain.
Yeah, nice shot. As we said, just got to wait for the bad balls. Ball comes on so nicely and thunders into the middle of his bat. Finds the gap. Yeah, a few more of those. Quite a few more of those.
I think you've seen 11 overs now. Are there any demons in the pitch? Or is it just pure bad shot selection?
Well, I think Selman summed it up nicely at the pitch report. He said this is a belter, and he's absolutely spot on. You know, we saw 190 in 2 games ago because we were back on the same pitch, of course. We had yesterday we played on the other side, and now we're back here again. But it is a belting track, and you can see from even some of the shots, 16 coming from the first over, absolutely no demons. So you have to put that down to a few brain waves or shot selection. Perhaps batsmen getting ahead of themselves, not taking responsibility, all these things that we hear from commentators and people, but you've got to actually put into practice. It's well bowled. Well bowled, just changes his pace. Yeah, 72 for 7, 11.3 overs is not a good return. It's too many lost wickets. We always had a saying when I played in these T20 formats that in the power play you wanted to get up to around 50. I think anything above 40 was a good place to aim, but you didn't want to lose more than 2 wickets. You know, I thought that was often the key.
They'll probably try to do what Karachi Ghazis did last evening. It's a good bouncer. They were at the similar sort of position when Zahid Mahmood scored that 50 and got his team to 150. Can Noman Ali do the same? And Meesam can support him. If they play out 20 overs, maybe, who knows, 140, 35, 40, they'll take that from this position.
Yeah, they will take that. I think no team has really mastered batting first in the daytime conditions. As we see it in the second game, you'll probably see the ball does come on in the evening. The lights, a little bit of dew has a huge effect. This is straight up, might just fall short. Get away with one there. Need a little bit of luck. Nalman, he's got 9 or 15, so he's been there a little while now.
And now you see him being a little more comfortable at the crease. He's now looking to score some runs, some quick runs, looking for those boundaries. Noman Ali. He's more of a test match player. We've seen him play some quality innings for Pakistan in test match cricket, but this format we haven't seen him flourish much. But this is a good time to do it as a captain. Beautiful change of pace. Slower one to end the over. 12 overs gone, 72 for 7.
What an amazing turnaround. Benazirabad Lals have struggled so much. Salman Ali Aga, better known for his batting powers, could turn his own arms over as an off-spinner. He's bowled 2 cheap overs just for 7 runs at this stage. How close is that? How close is that? Was the drift taking it down the leg side? What do you reckon, Salman?
I'm sure the umpire must have thought, like you just said, drifting down the leg side, but we'll see in the replay now. Well, oh my God, that was much closer than we thought. And there is no DRS, so you have to go with what the umpire thinks. And this is one down the ground. So Benazirabad in tatters, 74 for 7. And they have done this all by themselves, playing poor shots, not picking the right moments, not picking the right balls. And also, one thing they picked perfectly was fielders in the outfield. And now they have to go through this surviving, and maybe if they're lucky, get to 130 odd.
130 will be a good recovery from here, considering where they are. They're 7 down into the 13th over. Looks to go over the top. He doesn't really get hold of it, but he still gets a single. Intent was right. He was looking to come down the pitch. .76 for 7. Good to be seated next to you, Salman Butt.
Thank you, Rashan. Honored to be seated next to you too. And thank you for coming. This is over ball, 13 gone, 76 for 7, Benazirabad.
Not looking good here. That is Benazirabad, Lals. They're struggling at the moment, 77 for 7. That run rate is less than a runner ball, which is not good. It tells you a story. You were speaking about the fact that the power play was good. They'd lost 2 wickets in the first 4 overs and they were looking good to get something big. Asif Ali's back. But it was an amazing turnaround. Shot selection. And as you said, finding the fielders.
This 777 on your screens is not a Boeing. This is 77 for 7. And Benazirabad are struggling at the moment. And we are in the 14th over. And now it's a matter of getting through to the end of the 20th over for the batting side. And maybe if they can get to 120 or 30 runs, would be some sort of achievement from here. So we have Misha with the guest downstairs.
Thank you so much, Roshan. I have with me the head coach of Benazirabad, Lals, Abdul Razak. Thank you for being here with us. बताएं आज पहला मैच हो रहा है सिंध प्रीमियर लीग का आप लोग के लिए, तो क्या स्ट्रैटेजीज हैं?
देखिए स्ट्रैटेजी तो वही है जो T20 की होती है, और जिस तरह हमने अच्छा स्टार्ट लिया था और हमारा जो कॉम्बिनेशन बना हुआ है जूनियर सीनियर का, तो ये बेस्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी है जो यंगस्टर हैं वो परफॉर्म कर रही है यहाँ पे, और अगर उन्होंने क्रिकेट खेलनी है तो यही इस सोच से हमने टीम बनाई है। तो मुझे उम्मीद है कि अगले मैचों में अच्छा परफॉर्म करेंगे।
मुझे एक पूरी लीग में मुझे एक चीज़ से बड़ी फैसिनेशन भी हो रही है, मुझे बहुत अच्छी भी लग रही है, वो है सिंधी इमर्जिंग कैटेगरी। मैं सबसे उसके बारे में पूछी, आज सुबह प्री शो में सलमान भट्ट से पूछा, बीइंग अ हेड कोच आप बताएं आपने कितना टैलेंट देखा, क्योंकि आपने तो स्काउटिंग की होगी प्रॉपर।
देखिए बड़ा अच्छी बात यह है कि सिंध प्रीमियर लीग जो हो रही है इसमें हर टीम के पास 5-6 सिंधी हैं, और जो हमारे जो बेस्ट हैं अभी साद अल्ताफ़ हैं, ये बड़े अच्छे स्पिनर नज़र आए, चाइनामैन हैं। तो यही बात होती है कि अगर ऐसी लीग में अगर आपको 2-3 प्लेयर ऐसे अच्छे मिल जाएं तो मैं समझता हूं कि जो लीग का मकसद होता है वो कामयाब हो जाता है।
सबकी बात की है स्टार प्लेयर बूम शाहिद आफरीदी को आप लोग ने अपने साथ अनाउंस किया है, कितना बड़ा ऑनर है बेनज़ीराबाद लाल्स के लिए, और ड्रेसिंग रूम में क्या एनवायरनमेंट है?
देखिए बड़ा अच्छा, देखें वो तो नंबर 1 प्लेयर हैं पूरे वर्ल्ड में, जितना उनका फेम है, और जिस टीम में भी जाते हैं वो फिर वो टीम उठ जाती है। पर बैड लक रही कि उनकी वो फिटनेस की वजह से थोड़ी सी प्रॉब्लम रही उनको। मुझे उम्मीद है कि नेक्स्ट मैच में वो खेलेंगे और टीम को लिफ्ट करेंगे।
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग हियर विद अस, बेस्ट ऑफ लक। आपकी टीम अभी खेल रही है, सो बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर दैट एंड फॉर द टूर्नामेंट, एंड विद दैट इट्स बैक टू द कॉम बॉक्स।
Thank you very much, Abdul Razak, former Pakistani all-rounder.
Yes, he was talking about young talent, and he took a name. Saad Altaf, he says, the left arm Chinaman. He says he's a guy that Razak rates highly and thinks that he has a very bright future. So it would be interesting to see how he goes tonight, because the pitch does assist the spinners a bit, and now is the time and the sort of a game where wickets can only win them this game, because they will not have the luxury of a big total to defend. So we shall see how it goes. This is Salman Ali Agha. He's playing for Hyderabad team and played a brilliant knock in the first game, won them the game, and he's bowled well today as well.
Hasn't had a good outing, Asif Ali. Last ball of the over. And yes, it's a wide. For a moment I thought it brushed the pad, it didn't. He's had a pretty indifferent kind of outing today, Asif Ali. He bowled extremely well in that first game, but here went for 16 runs in the first over and hasn't recovered.
Yes, he's also been dropping the ball short on regular occasions, and the batters have taken advantage of that. We just saw Naman Ali hitting him for a big 6 over square leg, and dropping short, not a good idea at his pace. Punched down the ground for a 1, 14 gone, 88 for 7.
88 for 7. Well, that's a beautiful city, Karachi, historic, the biggest in Pakistan. Oh, what about this? Talking about big, that is huge as well. That's gone the distance. Tossed up. And this is Numan Ali. He is not afraid to wheel the willow and leading from the front.
Yeah, that's a brilliant stroke. Going across the line, but connecting it, and connecting it really solidly. Throws it long way back in the stands. And earlier me and Sikandar were talking, and he made a very good point regarding why don't go for the kill, because Jandad had bowled 2 overs, taken 2 wickets, and they were 7 down. So they allowed the spinners to come in, allowed these batters to have a look at properly and nudge a few balls around, and now he's hitting 6s. So this is where the captains, they need to rethink. If a team is under pressure, just keep them there and finish the innings off.
I agree. You need to just make sure that just don't let them recover. Salman Ali Agha is a more than handy little off spinner, but I don't consider him to be a frontliner. Somebody who could come on and bowl a few overs. But Numan Ali, on the other hand, on that last tour to Sri Lanka with the red ball, he was magnificent in that game at the SSC. I think got 7 in an innings and virtually won that game single-handedly against Sri Lanka, when Sri Lanka was looking to try and draw the series, losing that first test at Galle. Another single, turning out to be a productive over here. 8 runs of the first 4.
Yes, and Numan was magnificent with the ball in Sri Lanka. He won that test match for Pakistan, bowled a wonderful spell, took 7 wickets, and now he is performing wonderfully with the bat. Being the captain, he has to take this responsibility of taking his side out of trouble, but now he's gone. So further trouble for Benazirabad as the captain. He is gone now. Trying to go big again. Top edging one to the short third.
I thought it was coming because he was going at almost everything. He's into the last 5 or 6 overs of the innings, though you would have expected him to bat a little bit longer, but his plan was to try and go after the bowling. Salman Ali Agha just bowling slightly wider, and as a result of it, a top edge ballooning. 26 of 26. It's now 96 for 8. That's a beautiful sight, isn't it? It's a lovely sight indeed. That's what the drone gives you. Another look. He was looking to go over mid-wicket, almost looking to repeat that shot where he got a 6. Only this was bowled slightly slower and maybe wider off the mark. 97 for 8. Benazirabad Lals will be disappointed to look at this scorecard. Look at those starts at the top. 16, 14 and 20. You would have expected at least one of them to bat deep, and then Numan comes pretty late in the order and makes a quick fire, 26, but nothing in between.
Yes, and obviously from a position being 46 for 1 at the end of 4 overs in the power play, that's a huge dent after such a good start. And it was shots which shouldn't have been played, and poor choices by the batters at times when they were not required. But all the credit to the bowlers and the captain and the fielders. They've taken their catches, bowled in the right areas, and had the fielders stationed perfectly.
Yeah, the execution has been good, and as you said, whilst one side was very good, the team with the bat in hand was poor. They fell way short and way below expectations. But if you look at the positive side, now there was a run there because there was a misfield. But if you look at the positive side of it, these guys can only get better with experience like this. Understanding to handle situations is another look. Just ran with the shot. Had that been picked up? Oh, what about this? Will this be taken? It is. He made it look easy. He just made it look easy. That was an excellent catch because he had to cover a fair bit of ground and he got underneath it. And I believe he made it look easy because he was very stable when he took that catch.
Yes, that is Niazi, and he is one of the best fielders in the country. And he is known for his fielding and his effectiveness with the catches and the run-outs. He's done a wonderful job as a fielder in the PSL seasons as well. And he looked stable. Not at any single point you thought that he would drop this one. And he has lived up to his reputation, bringing more trouble for Benazirabad, who are now 9 down for 98.
Benazirabad are in heaps of trouble. In fact, they're on their knees at the moment. 98 for 9. And they got, what, 4 overs left after this one? I would say it's a crime. I mean, just 120 balls in an innings. And you would be kicking yourself that you can't consume it.
Well, you have to combine some logic and reasoning and some sense with the intent as well. There's a method to madness. And what we've seen today is the method has been lacking. And this is 100 for Team Benazirabad and 16 gone now, 9 down.
That was actually. I think we should do that. Just go for a round and 109 for 6, going into the final 4. And it's definitely been Hyderabad's day so far. Early days, early times. Can they get a big finish here? 1 wicket in hand. Shayan is on 3 and Saad, not recognised batsman of course, but this is where they always find it, some tail enders, they always moan about not getting a bat. Now they can get a bat. And the captain, Anwar Ali, is back on to finish proceedings. That's a swashbuckling shot. Wow. Where's this man been? Sikandar, 4 overs to go. It's not been a hugely impressive performance, has it?
Yeah, it was there. It was around the second stint when they were 50 for 1 and then 56 for 6 or 7. I think a little bit of a partnership has helped them to get to 100. And this shot, well, the number you're batting on, there's no pressure on you. And you could just outright express yourself the way you want. Let's see what Anwar has up his sleeve after that shot. There, yeah, you expect that shorter delivery to come in. How can a tail-ender hit me like that? Anwar has really gone down in pace over a period of time, but I still remember it was in Colombo. It was an under-19 World Cup, and he had a swing which I've never seen. It was a match against India, and he was swinging that ball in from almost outside that pitch. And then over a period of time, his action was changing and he was never the same. Well, very good cricketer, especially in the T20 circuit. He's a complete package, a gun fielder. He can bowl well and he has the ability to hit the ball a long distance. He's a good finisher for you.
Yeah, it might have gone down in pace, but he's gone up in skill, that's for sure. Got a lot of variations, hasn't he? Got the back of the hand and those little leg cutters and what have you. He bustles in. He also uses the crease very well. Goes wide of the crease. Watch how he'll probably do that now. And just try and angle in and cramp up the batsman. He's got two men back on the leg side, so you might expect another short, slower delivery. See if he can buy a wicket on the boundary and wrap up this innings. Oh, that is a stunning shot. Wow. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Cheyenne has hit arguably the shot of the day so far. High hands, really well poised. Sikandar, I'll let you talk us through this.
Well, I would really say maybe they messed up the number that he bats on through the line. It was slightly overpitched and he's just gone with that flow of that bat. How smooth, how clean a hit that was. And you know, as a bowler, you never like being hit over your head.
That is beautiful. That would make most opening batsmen lick their lips. Yeah, they need to change the order around. That's what they've been doing wrong.
This is a good batting track. I mean, seriously, it's just been bad shot selection. And it's just they of themselves to be blamed. It's a good batting track.
Yeah, we said perhaps they just got ahead of themselves slightly. 16 off the first over. Suddenly you start thinking about 180, 190. Players come in 50 in 4 overs, and you think, guys, this is a belting track. All the talk in the dugout is about getting these big scores. So everyone goes out there overinflated, maybe a little bit overconfident. Yeah, just confirming that that did indeed go for a maximum. So 110 now, getting up to a place where they'll feel a little bit more comfortable. 120, 130. Can they get up there?
Yeah, smart, clever cricket. Saw that shorter lane, just waited onto it to come close to his body and just guiding it to third.
Gone are the days of the traditional tail ender. Everyone seems to be able to hold a bat these days. And you've got to be able to do that, because you find yourself in these situations, and I think also for your own pedigree. If you can hit the ball out the park. There's Raz Abdur-Razak. What an all-rounder he was.
And remember, you're talking about tail-enders being able to bat. Bob Woolmer's time when he was the head coach, the first two guys in the nets would be Saeed Ajmal and Umar Gul. With the bat, that is. And it's so important in modern day cricket. You just can't be a brick in the field. You've got to be good as a fielder. You've got to be a bit of a bowler if you can. That's an added advantage with the bat. So you have to be an all-rounder, so to speak. 1-1-1 for 9.
Bowling change. Bowling change. Left down.
$111 for 9. We're just talking about how it's important that tailenders should be able to bat a bit as well. Another incident I remember was a test match, England versus Pakistan in Dubai. And throughout that series, Adil Rashid would just get stuck in with the bat, just wouldn't give his wicket. Misbah was the captain, and he said, I think England's batting starts from number 5. He just wouldn't give in. Or Stuart Broad could be the bat at that number.
I remember talking about there's going to be overthrows here, so a little bit of complacency here in the dying overs. I think Anwar Ali, the captain, will have had enough of these two players. He'll want to say, right guys, let's wrap this up. Mehran has come on. He's played well in the competition so far, picking up 2 wickets in the previous game. Wicketless so far. Leading edge. Yeah, Adil Rashid, I tell you what, I've played a lot of cricket against him, and he's got almost about 8 or 9 first-class centuries. He can really bat. It just shows when you don't bat for a while and you're down at number 10, 11, you start thinking like a number 10 and 11. That's a good over so far from the left arm tweaker. Bowling it pretty flat. Like to see him just give it a little bit more air. He's got players out there trying to lure these tail enders into a big shot.
That's the case. Just a while ago, the captain of Benazirabad, Lals, Noman Ali, he plays for Pakistan. If it's a test match, you can rely on him as a batter. He'll go there. He might not get 100, but he'll block things off with proper technique and allow the actual batter at the other end to help the score move. That should be out. Should be. Just goes over. And has he? Oh, wow. This is a spectacular catch if it goes through. We'll have to wait for the third umpire, but full marks for the effort, athleticism, and of course the calculation. We'll have to wait and see. Could be a 6, but as I said, give him the marks for the effort.
Yeah, this went a long way in the air. Kept his eye on it really well. Did the first thing well. Caught it. Did he? Oh! Well, Sikandar, who would want to be a third umpire? Let's just see. Is his feet off? Oh, that is so close. We might just have to go back a frame, but he's done a pretty damn good job, hasn't he?
We need another angle to see that right boot. Where is it when the ball comes in contact? I think he's touching the ground at that moment. He's just about to jump back into the field. But yeah, give him the marks for the effort.
He just needed that that throw to go a little bit higher. When he caught it, he just needed to throw it a little bit higher and have a bit more time to get off the ground. There, that looks good. Now that looks good, but I think the ball just touches his hand a moment before. Well, they've given it 6. So good batting. Getting up to the 120 mark now, 119 for 9. And Shayan is showing why spending a bit of time at the crease does pay dividends. 22 from 16. Projected score now, 132, which it's still a very good track. I don't think it'll be enough. So Moran still wicketless. He thought he had a wicket there, no doubt. 119 for 9 after 18.
Two overs to go. Jahadad is back in the attack. And it's beyond me, we've discussed this, that Jahadad, 2 overs, 2 for 7, and they were 56 for 7. Why would you remove him from the attack and now bring him for the death overs? Why aim for the death overs? Close the game out.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the only criticism you'd have of the skipper is he's taken it a little bit deep. Could have found a way to bowl them out. Jahadad is only bowled 2 overs and he's not going to finish his allotment, so that'll be disappointing for him. He's into his 3rd over. Of course, he can bowl 4. He's only gone for 7 runs, 2 wickets, so that's a pretty outstanding return. 132, the predicted score. Well, at least they'll give them something to bowl at. It's a good wicket. There are no demons in this wicket, let me be honest. Jahadad with a pretty orthodox left arm action, bowling a slower delivery there. He's been very good with his change-ups. I'm quite impressed with him. The way he runs in, he's got almost a bit of a Chaminda Vas about him, similar height. Yeah, the evening time, you always find the wicket does improve a little bit more. A little bit of dew perhaps later, and ball seems to come on a bit more. Again, well bowled. Very, very well bowled. Not managing to get Shayan on strike. So Saad's got a job to do. He's got to get the other man on strike.
You know, Nick, if I was the coach of the bowling side, I would be livid if they bat full 20 overs.
Just felt that they had opportunity. Look at the left arm spinner. Just bowling it very flat. Almost just trying to keep the runs down. I think there was a chance to take more wickets. Really run through this team. Have them out by the 15th over.
And like you just said, I mean, how criminal is that? Your bowler 2 for 7 and he doesn't finish his quota of 4. And you get a part-timer to replace him in Salman Agha just because there's a matchup, 2 left-handers. So you bring an off-spinner.
Yeah, and I think this is where we get caught up a little bit too much in stats. You know, there's so much planning going on, saying, right, we've got these left-handers, these right-handers, he's going to bowl then, he's going to bowl then. Actually, just bowl your best bowler. You know, we can overthink it sometimes. Fine leg comes up into the ring. Another slower delivery. So excellent control from Jayandad, who closes out the penultimate over. It's 119 for 9.
आसिफ भाई कभी मकसूद तो बाउल ने कवर आगा बाउल ने नहीं वाले प्ले वाला बॉल वही
Last and final over, 119 for 9, and imagine Jadad finishes 3 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 7. Don't know how Misbah Haq feels about this. He's the head coach of Hyderabad Bahadurs. But if I was Jadad, I'd be like, what? I don't get to complete my 4. I think he was better off playing straight, Shayan. I don't know why he's trying to reverse. And that wouldn't be a wide because he's tried to play a reverse, so it's a legit delivery. The umpire just changed his call, and rightly so.
Yeah, there he goes. He goes out to his favourite area. Got a 6 the over before. And he'll reluctantly take that single. See if Saad can get his partner back on strike. That's what he'll be trying to do. 120 now. Gives that a good heave-ho and says, come over to my side. Doesn't quite get hold of it. Yeah, by and large, they've been in control, haven't they? Hyderabad, they've marshaled his troops pretty well. Yes, probably could have wrapped up this innings. Oh, this one goes high. And this one should be out. And is. And that ends the innings. Saad goes big and doesn't go big enough. 120 all out. That'll be the score. Hyderabad doing a pretty good job of it. Asif 2 for 20 of his 3.5 overs.
Yeah, with the 3 deliveries to go in the innings, the batters tried to get as much as possible, and they're bowled out now. 120 is what they've managed. Benazirabad Lals, after being asked to bat first. Saad Asif is the one to be dismissed. Asif Afridi getting his 2nd wicket. We'll still say that, yeah, 56 for 7 and then 120. They've managed to get out of jail to a certain extent, but still won't be enough. They'll have to really bowl out of their skins to defend this one. At a run rate of 6.19, would you imagine? There were 4 overs and 50 runs in the power play, and then they just became Titanic. We'll be happy, this lot. Hyderabad Bahadurs played well as a unit, complemented each other, all the bowlers, some of them not amongst wickets but have been economical. Have a quick look at the batting and bowling card. This is the highlights. This was the start, blistering start, 16-17 in the first over, and then they started using the power play so well, finding the gaps. This is the first wicket, fell at 17, and then after that Suhaib Maqsood showed some real promise. He's hitting the ball well, hitting it cleanly, getting those runs going along with his partner, and this moment we thought that we might see the highest score up till now, batting first, when they were 50 in 4 overs. And Sohaib Maqsood was just doing what he does best. This is the moment when he got out at backward point, and then the team started doing things that were beyond us sitting up here. Playing shots straight to the fielders as the field position was set. Hussain Talat was that one. A loose shot outside the off stump, caught behind, trying to run when there's not a single available. Amir Yamin. Just keep looking at how they're playing straight to the fielders. Down to deep square legs throat. This is the moment when Oman Ali saw the opportunity because the spinners were brought in. They took their time and then started forming a partnership. Noman, the captain, hit a few lusty blows and eventually he was caught off the bowling of Salman Agha. This is the time when it started getting closer to the 100-run mark as a team. Some good catching. That's so important. Whenever the opportunity comes by, don't let it go. Few lusty blows from Shayan. Yeah, he took Anwar Ali to the cleaners in that over. Enjoyed it, I'm pretty sure. And this was a good effort as a catch, but given a 6, the last wicket. Down to deep mid-wicket. Wrapped up the team for 120 all out. Let's head down to Misha and find out who she's got.
Thank you so much. I've got with me the young gun Jahandad Khan. We've been seeing him perform in the domestic circuit for quite a while, but today also he's taken 2 wickets by giving just 7. Jahandad, कैसा फील कर रहे हैं आज? बड़ी विकेट्स हासिल की हैं, 2 बड़ी विकेट्स, और पहला आपने जो 2 बड़ी विकेट्स हासिल की उसके बारे में बताइएगा।
जी अल्लाह पाक का जितना शुक्र अदा करूँ कम है। जो कोचेस ने प्लान दिया था कि लेंथ बॉल करनी है, जिस तरह का विकेट आके बॉल मार पड़ती आगे बॉल पे, वही प्लान पे बॉलिंग की अल्लाह पाक ने से दी है।
विकेट के बारे में थोड़ा सा बताएं क्योंकि आज पहला डे मैच था, पिच भी डिफरेंट थी, तो विकेट के बारे में थोड़ा सा बताइए।
वही जिसमें हम पहला मैच खेले थे सेम पिच था, तो बॉल फंस रहा था, उस तरह बॉल बल्ले पे नहीं आ रहा, तो हमने वेरिएशन से और दूर बॉल किए, तो अल्लाह पाक ने से दिया उस पर।
स्कोर इतना बड़ा नहीं मिला है, तो कितनी उम्मीद है कि आज का मैच भी, दूसरा मैच भी जीत जाएंगे?
इंशाल्लाह अल्लाह के हुक्म से हमारी अच्छी बैटिंग है, ऊपर से फैजान है और सजाद है, तो उम्मीद करते हैं इंशाल्लाह हम जीतेंगे मैच।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका, बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर द मैच, एंड विद दैट बैक टू कॉम्स।
Let's have a quick look at the batting card for the Benazirabad Lals. Good start once again with Sohaib, Shehzad and Rehan using the power play, taking it to 50 in just 4 overs, and then the wickets started falling. And then the captain scored 26 of 26, gave a little bit of decency to the total, 120 all out in 19.4 overs. Bowling economical, bowling so good. And just look at those numbers there. Jahandad, 3 overs, 1 made in, 2 for 7. 3 wickets for Asif Afridi for just 20 runs in his 3.4 overs. And the captain himself, 3 for 18 in his 4. Brilliantly done. Salman Agha also pitched in with 1 wicket. So look at the target here. Hyderabad Bahadurs need 121 to win in 20 overs. We'll be back in a bit with the chase.
It's time for the Sindh Premier League cricket fever to hit the City of Lights. "12 days of thrilling action with top 6 teams battling it out to be crowned champion. All eyes are on the stars who will light up the skies for the ultimate glory. Tonight, it's the Karachi Ghazis locking horns in the opener against Hyderabad Bahadurs. Hold on to your seats as it's time for the SPL Season 1 liftoff.
हाणे खेलंदो सिंध, अब खेलेगा सिंध, अब खेलेगा सिंध।
I'm very much excited क्योंकि SPL एक बहुत